Welcome young minds to the class of science. This is second video lecture of chapter 16 water. In the previous lecture we have discussed about availability of water in nature, water cycle and groundwater. Now we will move on further. The water that we draw from the ground for various purposes gets replenished naturally by the seepage of rainwater. However, in many areas, water table may go down if groundwater is being used at a faster rate than it is being replenished. Now, here are some factors that are responsible for the depletion of the water table at any place. First is the increase in population. Human population is increasing day by day rapidly. To meet and fulfill the needs of human, more houses, offices, schools, shops and roads are being built. And these construction sites utilize a huge amount of water and this leads to the depletion of the water table. Second is the increase in the industrial activities. As to fulfill the human needs, more and more industries are being settled to produce some kind of goods, and these industries utilize a huge amount of groundwater leading to the depletion of the water table. Third one is the increase in the agricultural activities. Similarly, with the increase in the population, the demand for food has been also increased, and because of the unpredictable rainfall, farmers use large quantity of groundwater to cultivate crops. This results in the depletion of the water table. Next is the deforestation, means cutting down a large number of trees at a place. As we all know that roots of the tree binds the soil particles, and cutting down of trees makes the soil loose that fails to hold sufficient quantity of moisture, and water just run off on the ground surface, doesn't seeps down to replenish the water table. Next is the decrease in the effective area for seepage of water. With the increasing demand for construction of cemented floors, the seepage of groundwater decreases because the cemented floor does not allow water to seep down. This results in the depletion of the water table. Next is the scanty rainfall, that means decrease in the rainfall. Rainfall is not same everywhere. Some regions have excessive rains while some other have very little rainfall. Excessive rains may cause flood, whereas absence of rains result in drought. When there is scanty rainfall, less water seeps into the ground. But as more groundwater is drawn out by the people for various purposes, the water table goes down. Now we have learned that how the water table depletes. Now the question arises is how we can manage or conserve the water. To make people aware about the importance and conserving water, every year 22nd March is celebrated as World Water Day. But this is not all enough. We have to implement some measures to conserve the water. So very firstly, we can repair leakage taps and pipes. Secondly, not wasting water during brushing teeth, shaving, bathing, washing, etc. So in short, the prevention of wastage of water in any manner should be controlled. Now, rainwater harvesting is most useful way of conserving water. It is the process of collecting rainwater from the roofs and street corners and storing it for later use. In this method, water is collected in percolation pits and recharge wells so as to recharge the groundwater. Next is the revival of the Bawris. Bawri is a step well in which the rainwater is collected. It provides water to the people during drought period. In some places in India, this old tradition of Bawri is now being renovated and revived. Next is the drip irrigation method. It is a technique of watering plants by making use of a system of narrow pipes with small holes that deliver water drop by drop directly around the roots. As this system delivers water directly at the root, it also prevents the wastage of water, and this also allows the farmer to produce a high yield of crop with very little amount of water. So we have seen that how we can conserve the water. But what will happen if there will be no water? That means what will be the effect of the water scarcity? The very firstly, if there is no water, there will be no food. Means we all animals and humans are dependent on plants for the food. And plant prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis by utilizing water. So if there is no water, plant will not produce food. Secondly, non-availability of oxygen. As we all know that oxygen gas is released in the process of photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis, no oxygen will be released by the green plants, and hence no oxygen will be available to animals and humans for breathing. And photosynthesis is carried out in the presence of water. So if there is no water, then no photosynthesis and no release of oxygen gas. Next is, if there is less water in the ground, there will be less rainfall. How? Because trees and green plant release a lot of water vapor into the atmosphere through transpiration, and this water vapors enters into the water cycle and help in bringing the rain. So if there is less water in the ground, less water will be transpirated in the atmosphere or evaporated in the atmosphere. The water cycle will get affected and there will be less rainfall. So ultimately, if there is less water in the ground, the whole atmosphere and the whole water cycle is going to affect. Now students, I hope you will understand the importance of water and the importance of conserving the water. Now I will request you to follow worksheet 5 for the exercise and activity part of this chapter. In the next video, now we will meet with some other new topic. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.